Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Ardon from FHIR and I'll be moderating and helping support the Q&A at the end. And well, for now we can give Kresimir the floor.
Thank you very much. Hello everybody. So my name is Kresimir Kers. I'm coming from Ericsson Nikola Tesla in Croatia, and I will present you what we build in the Croatia regarding the Croatian Oncology Database, which is completely on FHIR, of course. That's me. I'm strategic product manager handling the products in Ericsson related to, of course, healthcare. Dealing with interoperability platforms from 2003, maybe 2002, something like that. We were building almost 20 years our national interoperability platform in the Croatia, and basically passed through every possible healthcare interoperability standard that exists in the world or is used. So what is the problem? You could see it in agenda. So basically, as any other country in Europe, in world, problem with cancer incidence, high mortality, unacceptable outcomes. This is normal thing, unfortunately. And basically government and our Minister of Health think about how to improve all those numbers, all those outcomes, and basically create a national plan and try to figure it out how to provide to all residents of Croatia, because in Croatia we do have national, so government supports the healthcare, so it's financing it, and basically it is free for everybody. And basically how to improve all those numbers and create the program to build maybe some system that will help to monitor, to improve the provided care to the oncology patients. Of course, also regardless where those patients are, because we are a small country, but again, all the knowledge, all the specialists, all the care is centralized in a couple of big cities, and basically exchange of the information is very crucial. What I said, so basically we have in Croatia, because it is government supported healthcare, we have the national platform. It is easy to establish it because everybody has to use it. And we are building it from, as I said, 2003, and it is in operation from 2007. We started with HL7 version 3, and a lot of the services are still on the version 3 messaging. Of course, then we go to the CDA, and now we end up with the FHIR. And this is why I'm showing you the oncology database, because it is the full FHIR supported solution completely from the data entry to storage and everything, and exchanges especially. So Croatian Oncology Database, so as I said, main objective was to establish centralized platform based on the standards, which will be secure, scalable, and will provide, let's say, as much as possible structured and quality data to everybody who need those data about the oncological patients. It is designed to support clinical care, public health, scientific researches, data quality assurance, everything. And of course, this oncology database or those solution is part of our interoperability platform, central interoperability platform, and all the hospitals, clinics, and everything, and all those institutions are connected to this platform and exchanging, so storing data, retrieving data, and using those data, of course. If we look at the main processes, like any other solution, so we have the ingestion of the data, exchange of the data. We need to have some sort of the data quality control. We also want to analyze those data to get some information from that data, and of course to support research. Either we are talking about the research organizations, institutions, or even pharma companies, to provide anonymized data, export it, and give it to them so that they can improve treatments and everything what is needed. Of course, what we will talk about today, or what will be main focus, is data ingestion exchange. This is what is FHIR enabled, which is what is FHIR supported, and of course various IHE integration profiles, which are of course related to the HL7 FHIR. To explain what is used from the FHIR or IHE integration profiles, I prepared some information flow or some journey how the patient is coming to the physician, and basically what is going on under the hood, how the data is stored, retrieved, synchronized, and everything, so that you can see what is supported by the FHIR. So we started from the beginning, where we have the patient coming. You know, of course, we need to identify the patient. We have central interoperability platform, so we have central register, so you can identify patient using the IHE integration profiles like PDQM, PIXM. So this is I would say easy thing. You know, everything is in FHIR. You can retrieve it, find the patient, and everything else. When patient comes, then of course you have to register encounter. This is not so much for the clinical purposes, but maybe more for the payment, you know, insurance and things like that. Of course, as I said, governmental supported healthcare. We have state-based insurance companies, so healthcare insurance companies. So this is something important for them. So we created some. There is no applicable IHE profile, so we created FHIR messages, which will control how the encounters is registered, assign the unique identifiers, check whatever it is needed, change the status, and, you know, open it, change it, close the encounter, or discharge the patient. After that, if we are thinking about how the patient is treated by the physicians or specialists, they can retrieve some data. If this is not first visit of the patient, or I want to have some history, I can retrieve all the cases, all the health issues of the patient using the IHE QADM, basically retrieving condition resources, and get what other conditions of that patients are already registered, or if this is a returning patient, which condition or which case is treated for that patient currently. If needed, in parallel, I can update the case. If this is the newly discovered case for the patient, I can register the condition, assign the unique identifier, so to help the deduplication, and let's say covering this case, uniquely identifying this case throughout all other systems, and either centralized or non-centralized. And then going on through the patient journey, you know, basically, if this is, I can retrieve all the clinical information, all the clinical documents from the central document registry repository using IHE MHD. If there is some previous clinical documents, now I'm talking specifically about the oncology cases. So I can retrieve all the history. Again, for this purpose, we created the FHIR documents. So FHIR document specifics for the oncology report, oncology findings, treatment report. So 3 different clinical documents, profile for 3 clinical documents we created, which is exchanged and stored in the central repository, but not only as a document, but also the data is extracted from those documents and stored in the clinical data repository, and stored in the, of course, in the COD for the analytical purposes. At the end, again, when everything is finished, new documents are registered, clinical data is stored, and in form of the FHIR resources, and it is available for everybody else in the which is involved in the treatment of the patient. One additional thing about the oncology patients, what our government is trying to provide is personalized treatments. So through the comprehensive genetic profiling, creating those profiles and try to find out the best possible treatment for the patient, how to best possible is treated those patients. So of course this is very expensive things, and basically not everybody is eligible, not for all the cases, all the localizations of the tumors and cancers. So we have one process which is called referral to the CGP, where this is basically again FHIR message, sending the FHIR message, then which says, okay, we would like to refer this. We think that this patient is eligible for the genetic profiling. Somebody is approving this. Then the samples are sent. Analysis is done, so profile is done, and the analysis results are returned back to the physician or oncologist that ordered it. Again, we are talking about the FHIR messages, and of course, results are stored as a FHIR documents. I already passed this, so this is how the CGP referral is going. So exchanging the messages, have the statuses, is it allowed, is it not allowed, approved, not approved, and at the end again we are sending the results. So this is it. Everything is based on the FHIR, everything is based on the IHC profiles, so as much as possible standardized. Of course, to work all this, we need to have those supporting processes for synchronizing patients, providers, terminologies. So everything is centralized, and basically all those upper systems are synchronizing those, let's say, supporting information, so that everybody knows, everybody speaks the same language, let's say like this. As I already said, everything is standardized. We using as much as possible IHC profile, as much as possible, completely FHIR based, prepared a lot of the implementation guides. So we are, of course, following the base following, let's say, the best practices, creating the base profiles, which is, let's say, common for everything, and then specific profiles for each domain, like COD, but also specific profiles for encounter management, because it will be applicable for any other domain, not only oncological, but also, I don't know, pediatrics, whatever, which will be brought into the system in the future, health issue or case management, whatever. So basically, and a lot of other profiles which I didn't mention here. We also prepare some localization of IHC profiles as well, because as it is now defined, we are missing some things in that profile. So we created the MHD. I think it is not working anymore, but okay. It is, okay. MHD profile and PDQM profile. It is, okay, maybe. And at the end, what we got? We got analytics, of course. We have the analytical platform. It is not FHIR, of course, because you cannot do analytics over the FHIR. We move, what you saw in the previous slide, we move everything from the FHIR to the warehouse, which is prepared in the cubes and everything what analytics says. So to be possible to create so nice reports, which will be used by the public health specialists, by domain specialists, to improve care, to see how to best treat the patients and what are the outcomes. I talk about the data quality. Of course, there is the application, because it is not dealing with the source information, because this is what oncologists send. That it is, let's say, true. It is not wrong. But maybe for the purposes of analytical platform, maybe some things are duplicated or not, let's say, so much meaningful. Then data quality platform is created, which is partly manual, from this application, but partly whatever it is, what is possible, automatic. And of course, national EHR, everything is in the CDR, so Clinical Data Repository. It is available. So as I said, we have the integration APIs, and every application can be integrated, and any physician can access this information through its own system if it is integrated. If it is not, again, it is national central EHR with such application, which can be used then to, through web interface, see the patient information through the desktop, through the mobile, however they want. The same thing, of course, is for the patient. Very similar. Patient can see its own data, of course. So they can see whatever. It is not only for oncology. Both of those EHR and the PHR includes all the data, all those from the HL7 version 3 messages, CDS, everything, but also this oncological data. Possible future steps. As I said, now it is not so much automatized who is eligible, for example, for the comprehensive genetic profiling. This is one thing. Another thing is inclusion in the preventive programs, because we don't want to treat the patient, we want to prevent the situation. So we do have a separate system for the preventive programs, but they are quite, let's say, fixed, you know. And then one idea is to reuse the HL7 CDS hooks and CQL specification and build flexible system, which will be we will be able to change whenever it is needed, and create a new preventive program, new rules, any kind of the decision support. If we are talking only about this case about the Croatian Oncology Database, of course, such a system, and this is something that is now in the near future, I hope will be implemented. It can support any domain in the healthcare, not only oncology, anything, and using AI. So yeah, it is FHIR first from 6 months ago when we started with this new platform. But of course, there is a lot of the oncology data which was coming previously as a generic discharge letter, generic reports in the mostly non-structured or partially structured form. So we have to extract clinical information for such from such documents, from such sources. And we are now investigating how to use AI to at least extract information, not automatically, of course, it will be something that will be confirmed by the physicians, but to help to see for those patients which are already treated some information from the past. And also summarization. It is easier, you know, not clicking about the documents, looking at it, but provide the summary. You know, it will be easier for everybody, and it will be quicker. And basically, those are the prototypes. You can see here extracting the information. Physician can approve this is correctly identified the case, correctly identified treatment, and this is then converted to the FHIR resources and stored in the CDR again as a FHIR resources. And summarization. I can ask, I can chat with my CDR. We will see how it will work, or how it will be accepted. It works, but how it will be accepted by the doctors. So basically, this is it.
Okay, thank you very much. We don't really have time, but maybe one question. We can do one question, and then afterwards, I think you can find the speaker. Yeah.
Pozdrav i hvala. You are talking about multiple interoperability solutions that you have, of
Yeah.
course, the different standards.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, you're happy with the result with the R4 adoption for the oncology. What are the are you planning on moving the other solutions also to R4? And
Yeah, the situation is like this. So basically, we build the Croatian Oncology Database and infrastructure for it, but we build for everything else. This becomes the FHIR interoperability platform in Croatia. So all new services are built on top of this. So we are already building, this is not topic of this presentation, building the inclusion of the paramedics, inclusion of the some other services, which will be built on top of the FHIR platform and this infrastructure that I showed. What will happen with those that is already working? This is always hard question, you know, because, you know, customer or government says, why I should invest in something that is working? So I hope we will switch to the FHIR with time, but for now it will stay like it is. So those services on version 3 messaging will stay like this, but we will extract all the information to the CDR, to the FHIR, and basically serve everybody with the FHIR, but ingestion will be still in the version 3. This is outlook. This is how it looks like.
Thank you very much, Kresimir. Let's thank him again.
Yeah, thank you.